What are executive functioning skills? Executive functioning skills are the skills we need to plan, organize, and execute, as well as regulate our emotions. So they're foundational skills for learning and really post-secondary for finishing any type of trade or college or going right into the workforce. Why do executive functioning skills matter in the classroom? They are the skills needed to access curriculum. So things like planning and organizing, task initiation, task execution, task maintenance, regulating emotions, metacognition, so thinking about what other people are thinking. All of those skills are necessary to participate in the learning environment. What might executive function challenges look like at school? So things like disorganized lockers, students that are given a direction and just sit and wait till a staff member comes over and directs them individually, emotional dysregulation, inability to take others' perspectives, and they can be more subtle, like just assignments aren't being turned in. They're saying they're doing the assignments, but they're not getting to where they need to be. So how can teachers tell whether a student is struggling to do the skill or choosing not to do the skill? There's a great visual and concept called can't do, won't do, and it's basically the can't do kids do not have the skill in their repertoire and we need to teach the skill. The won't do kids have the skill in their repertoire but they're not performing it consistently. And it's important to figure out the difference or determine the difference because for the can't do kids, we need to teach the raw skill before they can perform it. And the won't do kids, we need to add some kind of motivation or change some variables so that they engage in the skill more frequently. What are some practical ways teachers can support executive functioning in the classroom? Things like putting your assignments up on the board, pre-teaching expectations, showing a final project or a final product that you want their assignment to look like, and then helping them determine what's needed for that assignment, and then estimation of time. How long is it going to take for the students to do the assignment, as well as any type of behavioral regulation system. So things like offering breaks when kids need it, having a spot in the room for them to go where it's quiet so they can reset, and then also working on some of those social skills. So the perspective taking, things like that, being able to understand that everybody doesn't have the same information that you have and how important it is to work to get all of those things in place because that will make you more successful as in adulthood. One key takeaway I want everybody to remember about executive functioning is the can't do, won't do, and determining what that looks like for kids, and that isn't just like a observation, but really digging in when you have a kid who's not meeting expectations. Even if I hear people say a lot, well, I know they have the skill, but they're choosing not to do it. And I would love teachers, and that might be true, but I would love teachers and teams to say what's getting in the way versus just they're choosing not to do it. Because kids will do well if they can do well, Ross Green's saying. And so being able to determine, do I need to teach the skill? We have kids that I call them splinter skills, where they have strong areas and very weak areas. And sometimes the strong areas kind of mask their deficits. But when we break down tasks using task analysis or anything like that, we really can look at, gosh, they're missing these skills. And then we need to teach them versus, well, they have the skills in place, but they're not motivated to do it. Or something's getting in the way. And then working on how can we modify that? What systems can we teach you?